chaos and order. And you might be thinking that, what the freaking hell can these two things do anything with self-improvement? And so the answer is simple. These are the two fundamental principles or blocks of human existence, or perhaps existence in general. And so without me being or getting into super much like spiritual or scientific, which the latter one I'm not the best qualified definitely to talk about, I just simply want to line you out some ideas, or more specifically experiences, that I've been blessed to gain throughout my journey of monk mode. And so when I got into this journey of monk mode, I got a huge perspective change. So I went for the lowest possible dopamine at a single time, the less opportunities, and just pretty much being so focused that it like hurts. Like your mind is just so clear and so sharp that it hurts. Like you have literally zero other ideas, despite of the things that you are chasing at that very moment or pursuing. And so with that being said, I just fell into this trap that I felt that, hey, I'm on this path and I'm doing the best thing without having enough external feedback. And this is what it does to us if we don't have external feedback, aka chaos. We are only operating with the known, aka order. We are doing repetition. And so up until a while, repetition is good. But the problem happens when we don't have the external feedback, just as I mentioned to you, and we don't know where we are at. We're just simply getting lost. And this is how we can get lost in order, because we just simply don't have reference points. So we'll eventually cease to have those reference points that we used before. So for example, I was running this business for a year and I was doing the same freaking thing for a year. And yes, I've evolved. I learned so freaking much. The business went so awesome. What happened? I missed all the other opportunities. And I'm not saying that I should supposed to be chasing all the other opportunities, but I might supposed to be checking them out and getting back, and with the chaos that I do have, creating my own order again. So this is how decision making works. So for example, you're running your own business. You see a new opportunity. You discover the new opportunity on a surface level, obviously, because you don't have another year, 2 years, 3 years, a decade to eventually know everything, get to know everything about that opportunity. And you make a decision. Hey, now I'm on this path. Now what can happen? So if I'm pursuing this opportunity, and this will be the second order consequences, this will be the third order consequences, and so on and so forth. And so now that we are running through basically all the consequences inside of ourselves, then basically what happens is that we need to realize whether it's worth it or not. And this is how we are creating order again. But without us putting ourselves into the chaos, jumping into the chaos, then we are not able to create a new order. And so this is the problem with the current order. It will just simply decay like this, because we will not be keeping ourselves updated. We will not have any contrast. And just this is more spiritual, but nothing can exist without its contrast. So for example, we see beauty because there is ugliness behind that. We can see the light because there is darkness. So these are the initial ideas. These are the fundamental first principles. And with that being said, when we don't have chaos, so therefore we are not putting ourselves out there in order for us to be able to experience the new things, then we are just so hard-headed in one opportunity, then we can end up decaying and getting lost in order because we are just simply losing reference point. So with that being said, this is something that I've been failing throughout the last year of mine, and I just simply lost enthusiasm. I just simply felt that I'm burning out. I'm just simply felt like I'm an old people, despite of me being 25, the best freaking year ever. I'm feeling many times unmotivated and uninspired because of this, because I don't have enough chaos. I was pretty much resigning from girls, from life. I was pretty much resigning from life. And so what happens over there, yes, you can become enlightened, but if you would like to participate in this life, then you have to fucking do stuff. So if you want to become like a complete monk and you would like to sacrifice all of your life, that is also a wonderful journey. I had very pleasant inner states which I never been able to experience before that. You can do that. That is also a way of life. You can go to become a monk. But I do believe that all of us are supposed to make this decision as conscious as humanly possible. And I do still believe that monk mode is awesome, but after a while, we will still need the chaos. We will still need to operate in the real world. So for example, I got like so freaking much left out from, you know, technology and all this stuff. I was a huge tech guy. Like, I started building my whole business all around, you know, lead generation, website development, all the good stuff, you know. And now I'm like nowhere, bro. Like nowhere where I was at. And so this is the idea. With that being said, this is something that to look after. So when you're doing monk mode and when you're so focused on something, yes, do that for months, do that for weeks, do that for months, but just don't forget to look out, because maybe you are missing something. Highly likely you're missing something. This is why it's so important to read. Like I'm about to get back to reading, because I was huge on reading. I was reading a book a week, or let's say 3 books a month. Like that would be more proper. But the idea is I was reading a lot. Like I was like updating. That is not the best either, because you're just learning and you're not applying. But the best idea is to just simply learn, like every single time, do enough output and do enough input too. So learn and also do stuff, because if you don't do that, then you will get lost. Either ways is bad. So this is why balance is the most important thing, and perhaps the core motive and the core takeaway of this video, to be balanced. Whatever you're doing, monk mode, whatever your grind mode, whatever that might be, we always have to strive for balance. Love.